It's December, so that means for my family and I, it's time to decorate. So we have started decorating for the holidays, and these are new. My husband knows about my love for the holidays and for farm animals. So he saw these on Amazon and he thought I would like them, and he was right. I love them. Of course, a goat. We have to have a blow-up goat. And the Scottish Highland cow is just extra and wonderful. We put up our tree and decorated it with ornaments. And we have new ornaments this year. Come see. Of course, we needed to have some chicken ornaments. We hung up our stockings, and that's when I realized we need more stockings for all of our new farm animals that have joined us this year. We have Sven. We have Anna. We have Amelia Bedelia and Fancy Nancy. We have the flock. Our puppy Oaken, he needs a stocking. Would you like some treats from Santa this year? Because you've been a good boy all year, right? All 5 months of the year. All 5 months of your puppy years, huh? Yes. And of course, we need a stocking for our new kittens. We have Spooky Pookie and Kitten Mittens. And then a stocking for Calvin James and Freddie James, our baby goats. So I need to get to work with customizing some stockings, getting them ordered in time for Christmas. Now, I haven't spent all my time decorating for the holidays. I have been busy with milking Fancy Nancy, my goat. And she has given me lots of milk. So what am I gonna do with all this milk? Well, I went to the library and I got books on how to make soap. So I have been reading and researching how to make goat milk soap, and I made my first batch of goat milk soap. Here it is. So with the goat milk soap, I had so much fun making it. It was like a science experiment. It brought me right back to chemistry lab, measuring everything out, weighing it on the scale, and the chemical reactions occurring. It was so cool. And I'm so excited to do it again and again and again and try different recipes. For this batch here, I took essential oils that I had on hand and I made my own blend of lemongrass with lavender and a little bit of cedarwood oil, and the smell is fantastic. It smells so good, and I cannot wait until I can take this out of the mold, which is gonna be 2 more days. I'm allowing this to cure for 4 days. It's got a lot of shea butter in it, coconut oil, just really moisturizing properties. And so I wanna make sure it cures totally in here, that the saponification process is complete before I pull it from the mold and then cut it. Oh, I'll show you once I cut it. And then I have to be patient some more and wait at least 4 to 5 weeks for this to harden into a nice solid bar of soap that I can then test out and use. Oh, I cannot wait. But yes, I need to practice patience. This is what it looks like currently. Oh my goodness. The smell, the lemongrass comes through so strong with like the hint of lavender, but it's like balanced out with the cedarwood oil. I wish you could smell this. But yes, I had so much fun making this, and then I tried to do like a little design on top. We'll see how that looks once it's cut. But I have all these ideas running through my head of what kind of scents I want and types of goat milk soap that I would love to use. I love using goat milk soap, and I've always purchased it, but now that I'm gonna try and make my own, I'm so excited to just do different recipes and find out what I like the best. And I'm really excited to dive in deep into these books and learn all about the process of saponification, where the lye is reacting with water and goat milk and the oils and all coming together and forming this bar of soap. Really cool. But I only have this one mold and I have to wait the 4 days because I'm like itching to make another recipe, but I need a mold for it. So I think I'm just gonna order another mold so I don't have to wait so long in between the batches, because I'm just too excited. I just wanna like keep making more soap. It's really fun. And I got plenty of milk. With all this milk, I'm not just gonna make goat soap. I'm excited to try different cheeses. I definitely want to start with like a mozzarella cheese. I'd like to make some yogurt, maybe a mango lassi. Oh, cajeta sounds good, which is a Mexican caramel. And there's so many ideas and things that I want to try. And I read that you can pasteurize the milk using an Instant Pot, which awesome. I'm totally gonna try that in my Instant Pot. Hopefully it goes smoother than my first batch of goat milk soap, because the first batch of goat milk soap, I was nervous and I wanted to make sure I followed the recipe, because you can't mess up the ingredients or the process, because this is chemistry. This is a chemical reaction. You got to get this right. And you're working with lye, which is dangerous because it's caustic. I learned that one the hard way. Although I had read that it can burn your skin, I accidentally burnt my skin. But I learned a valuable lesson. So I was following the recipe on my phone that I saw a recipe online for goat milk soap, and I had my protective gloves on, my protective eyeglasses, but my phone turned off, and the only way to see the recipe was to turn the phone back on, and I wanted to make sure I was getting the steps exactly right. So I took the glove off, used my hand to turn the phone back on to read the recipe, and when I went to put the glove back on, I must have gotten some of the lye on the end of the glove, because when I slid it back on my hand, the liquid lye trailed down my hand, and as soon as my hand got back in the glove, I felt a burning sensation, like hot, hot, hot. Quickly pulled the glove off, looked at my hand, saw that it was wet and turning red, so I put it under the cold water, ran it under cold water, grabbed some soap, washed it really well, ran it under cold water some more, and just kept that cold water going until the burning sensation slowed down. And honestly, it looks so much better now. It's just a little bit of rashy redness left at this point. So I was very lucky that I caught it so quickly and got it off right away. But now I will be printing any recipes I'm going to be using, or having the book open, so I don't have to take my gloves off, because I won't be taking my gloves off anymore during this process. I've learned my lesson. In other news, we took Amelia Bedelia to a goat farm to choose a suitor on Tuesday. So 3 days ago, Miss Amelia Bedelia fell in love with a buck, and we are hoping that in 145 days that she will have some kids of her own. So Tuesday was fun, because Tuesday morning I noticed that she was standing by the buckling pen wagging her tail, which is called flagging, and she was very intent on trying to get into the buckling pen. When I went in with the buckling, she was trying to squeeze through the gate, which is not typical for her. So when I saw that she was in standing heat, and she recently got cleared by the veterinarian for her to be bred. She's over 3 years old now. This will be her first time breeding, and luckily I was able to bring her to Hidden Brook Acres for breeding that day. So I popped her into my little Kia and off we went on a little adventure. I figured for her first time breeding, I thought she would be shy and nervous, but not Miss Amelia Bedelia. She was cool as a cucumber. And within 20 seconds of meeting Rambler, she was ready to go. So I'm really proud of her, and I'm really hoping that this will be a successful pregnancy and we'll have some kids on the farm in April. So her expected due date, 145 days from Tuesday, would be April 23rd, which is a Sunday. That would work out great if she had them on a Sunday. Now, of course, life doesn't work that way, and she could have them early, she could have them later. But we'll find out in a few weeks if she is pregnant based off of whether she goes into heat or not. If she goes back into heat, then we'll take another ride to Hidden Brook Acres and try again. Based on how this first experience went, I think she would be more than happy to go on another adventure. I gotta say though, Fancy Nancy was really upset when Miss Amelia came back and had left her for a few hours. She did not like being left on the farm without her twin sister. They are very much bonded and they don't like to be separated. And so Fancy Nancy let her know how upset she was. So they had to kind of work that out of their system with a lot of headbutting and ramming each other. And then they were fine. They worked it out and they went back to normal after that. If you have any recommendations on what else I should try making with this goat milk, I would love to hear your recommendations. Please leave them below in the comments. And if you haven't started your farm yet, what are you waiting for? Get your farm on.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you want a farm? A wicked awesome farm? Watch this channel to learn what to do. We love to farm and we'll show